Deeper, deeper. Further, further. That's right, I did call out. I didn't remember that. I called out because I was lonely. I need others, I need light. I couldn't help but want that. Because I'm Clytie. Everything makes sense now, so much more sense than thinking I was Vengu. And yet I'm still Vengu. The memories I built over my short life, my way of life engraved upon my body, they all refuse to let me think of myself as anyone but Vengu. But even so, I'm still a woman, a walrus coward, a flower shadowed by a morning nymph. And this mind and body refuse to accept that I perceive myself as Vengu. I wonder how much time I wasted on this pointless back and forth. Time and time again, I have tried tearing myself apart because I am not Vengu in their works. I almost end up pictured that so many times now too, but I can't do that either now because I'm Vengu. In so much pain I keep killing myself just to pass time, waiting for my blood to cloud the water until I could no longer see. Next thing I knew, I was alone again, all alone, drifting aimlessly in the empty void sea. But that's okay, I don't care anymore. As long as I stay here, do nothing, at least I won't be a burden to anyone else anymore. I won't die, I won't pain, and I won't call out to anyone. I'll just drift here forever, it suits me. Deeper, deeper, further, further. Shallower, shallower, higher, higher. Huh? Shallower, shallower, higher, higher. Uh-huh. What's going on? Is someone calling to me? Shallower, shallower, higher, higher. I'm picking what feels like a cliff, about 20 kilometers ahead of us. We might have a tough time, but making our way to Gui. Can you use our bounded field to pinpoint her location, Batty? You gotta just leave everything to Batty. Hang in there, Professor Vengu. You might not look like or hack how I expected, but I still admire your Jikoku out of your matte painting skills. Shallower, shallower, higher, higher. Is it saying out all those pings kind of tough? Yes it is, but right now this is the only sound I can send out to the void sea. There's no way I'm letting Gui sink down into the depths of grief without a fight. I'm going to find her and pull her out of there, whatever it takes. We're all getting out of this zero sail and going back to reality space together. I won't let her not rot down here alone. Yeah, that's right, I'm fighting to save her, whether she wants me or not. Come on, Gui, hear me, damn it. I have no problem with you trying to use her ping to get a message to her. We don't have any other means of communication after all. We stockpiled a mountain of worth of resources for this search rescue, and we've been putting up anti-beam and anti-explosive protections all around. Now it's like they are going out of style. We also don't have to worry about small monsters or weak beams attack at all now, thanks to Yang Gufei and the second behemoth's familiars taking care of the little guys on their own. And if that's not enough, Raikou and I stay stationed outside the ship. With both no phantoms powered up, we'll sink any enemy ship we see before it can fire, and defend the ship from any A-rank attacks. The Committee is taking out smaller enemies under Lambda command, and they will also work with Fran to take out the larger ones if necessary. That sounds great, Mash. With this many offensive and defensive options at our disposal, we don't have to wait for the enemies to find us anymore. We can draw them out with our active sonar. It's easily the most ridiculous submarine combat I've ever seen, but this kind of breaking the mold is just what we in Vengu need right now. Thanks, Captain. Speaking of combat, we got a huge swarm of enemies headed our way. Get them, familiars. The rest of you, take out the ones that slip past. This is the front line defense, roger that. We have the situation well in hand. What is a pleasant surprise. I thought I would come see how my ship despairing since I finally have nothing to do with my workshop, and it seems we have overwhelming advantage now. Hang on your ship. She's not wrong, the gods has done an incredibly amount of engineering and production over the course of this voyage. It would be not inaccurate to say that at this point, roughly half of the Nautilus is their property. Okay, impressive, right? I ask no fee for my work. All I request in return is your love and adoration. Of course, there's no way to add-ons, and modification can be sustained in reality space, so we have to remove them and overhaul the whole ship once we get back. Sniff. Aw. This is a defensive team. We're taking out almost all the enemies. We're heading back to the ship to resupply. The infirmary is ready. I'm waiting with all kinds of healing spells in case anyone is injured. Kitchen, we got warriors that headed back. Make sure they all have something hot to drink. Kitchen here, understood. I'll be waiting with everyone's usuals. You know, Master, once Guhi is back safe and sound, I'd be happy to make another outer flower cordial. Thanks, Baker. Engine room, unique blanking speed. As soon as Osaka Behemoth gets back, I know you don't need actually warm up the engines, but keep them ready to go anyway. Don't worry about it, the Thanatos might not look like some overgrown hippo now, but it's still my baby, damn it. Make sure the engine keeps purring like a catfish, and you make sure you keep winning your battles, engineer out. It's too bad Marine's consciousness is still frozen, but that aside, the entire Nemo series is on the same page again. At this pace, we should be at our destination in about 20 or 30 minutes. Once again, I'll be counting on you, Yuki. Don't worry, you got this. Ma-chan, Captain, we got emergency. Now what? That can't be good. Alright, let's hear it. What do you find out? Well, you know the cliff we spotted up ahead? Turns out it's not a cliff. It's really the Kai-huge Professor Bangu. Osaka-P, are you absolutely certain you're not mistaken? Yes, I'm positive, believe me. I double-checked a dozen times. It looks like this terrain is roughly circular, but with about 3 kilometers diameter. And you're telling us it's not a reef but a servant's body. I find it weird and a little hard to believe. Yuki, how does that compare to the largest enemies you fought to date? It's actually spherical, not circular. It's kind of like a giant bowling ball floating in the middle of the white sea. The outside seems like a spirit body outer shell, complete with a powerful spirit core in the center. I think this is Professor Vangu's real body, and unfortunately since it's a spear, there's no quick or easy way for us to get to it. I'm guessing here, but I don't think. The outer shell is just a plain old wall. It feels like aggressive, and it's probably super dangerous. I never would have imagined Vangu would mutate into something so massive. Maybe it's a side of Clyde's spirit origin, like she was blooming instead of taking her own life. I don't think so. I'm guessing this is just a little bud, which means we haven't reached the blooming stage yet. So it's truly the event of an evil god. Then again, this could simply be these outer gods' plan B. Perhaps they decided that in the event they were unable to use Zangu to deify enough fortuners, they could make her into a powerful god in her own right. If that's indeed the case, it would make her both an undercover agent and a ticking time bomb. What shall we do, Captain? The ship's tougher than ever, but we would never account for picking a fight with a glacier. I'd like you all to come up with a plan that will let us break through the shell with our resistant firepower. Will you help us too, goddess? Of course, however, there's still one thing we need. What's that? Sometimes when one facing impossible seeming odds, one must turn to a male factor to hire help. Is that not so? Who are you calling male factor? Oh, hey there, Oi. Hey, Master, I'll forget, don't even remember how I got here. All I know, I was stuck in this cage when I came to, and now I can't even paint a damn picture. Whatever's going on, We 808s don't make excuses for our deeds, even if we were drunk or in love at the time, so I ain't about to start now. Go ahead and do yours. Not fooling anyone away. It's okay, I'm not mad. Okay. Hokusai, why would you tell such an obvious lie? What else I could do? I ain't been so ashamed in all my life. After I go out of my way to send Master off with a bang, I turn out to be the bad guy who almost got you all killed and disgracing myself by showing up in that swimsuit again to boot. Not to mention that if I say I'm a samurai, I had to commit seppuku to atone my crimes, right? So I couldn't help but to try and, you know, sweep things under the rug. I'm sorry, everyone. I guess it's okay. Yeah, I mean it. The fact no servant is fully protected from someone's or something tampering with their spirit origin. It is true. A lot of them have been made to play parts in all kinds of wicked schemes, and they weren't all virginers by any means. Indeed, so rest assured, there's no cause for you to be ashamed. We only kept you in here as a precaution, for nothing more. However, we can keep you here no longer as we need your help. We would like your opinion on something, given that you painted this vast ocean into existence. Well, in that case, yeah, of course I'll be glad to help. Alright, what happens to the void sea stays in the void sea, so no more shame for me. I'll do whatever I can to put things right. Existence here now that had been cut off from the outer god. I do know this sea and the go board better than anyone, and thanks to that I can see a path to victory. Okay, that's great. What do we have to do? We use the gaps between the board spaces. You guys probably already noticed, but those gaps are each other narrow, JP-rKyECtnz. They are so narrow that there's no way the Nautilus could get inside. They might be a little tough to aim for, but once you know the trick, they're useless as hiding place. That's what you guys thought they were, right? You mean they're not? Nope, they actually work like a real go board. Any place you surround, that becomes their territory. When you take over the smallest units of space, you cut off the moves of your opponents and can make their ghost stones and open up more for yourself. So if you guys take over the gaps right at the big gal's corner and make the space she's in your territory, you'll be able to jump right into her center, no problem. Huh. So put another way, if we occupy the four corners, that makes up the giant square area where Professor Bangu, Demi is. We'll be able to no-clip right into her, them. You got it pretty clever, right? There's one thing I still don't understand. Why did you make such an elaborate mechanism only never to use it in the fourth area? Cause right when I was planning to put down a bunch of ghost stones and set up a trap for you guys, you crushed the board with your bad drafting. I feel guilty. If it's possible for us to warp directly inside the enemy's massive body, that will save us a lot of time, compared to cutting our way through. Definitely, but to do that we would first need to seize control of these four gold board space, and with as few people as possible. Once we've done that, we'll cut down any obstacles we run into inside the enemies and rescue Bangu in the center. After we'll fire Reiko's lightning, attack into the heart of the enemy's body to destroy them from the inside. I see then our team formations all but decide themselves. Reiko will assume the torpedo duties, Lambda Reese will be our legs, and Fran will deliver the final blows, aid in any rescues. If I must, since my penguins will have to be out there the whole time, I'll escort you all into the deep myself. She finally met their penguins. Yuki, since you will all unable to accompany them, we should have Fran to carry a camera or something so we can see what's taking place. Well, let's see. We will not need to worry about sonar while I was using control of these 4 points, so Akasaka and Yangoofy can take care of 1 point each. However, that still leaves 2 other fighter positions. And since Match must protect the ship, I suppose I will just have to field one of them myself. Not really. If all I need to do is seize a huge single point of territory, then I should be fine. However, I do not expect to be of any use in battle, so I'll be counting on you to handle that, Yuki. Alright, now that looks like my place here is done, I'm just gonna head out back and paint a fisher person's banner or something for good luck. Nonsense, you'll seize the last point. Do you not see the swimsuit I have ready for you? No, anything but that. By my command spill, yada yada. Oh man, I'm wearing this. This is so embarrassing. Oh, I guess there goes the worst thing I could be wearing when I go apologize to Bengu. Alright, if this is what Ido just gotta do to make things right, I ain't gotta back down. Great. Alright then, let's get started, right? God, what was that? Okay, I'm okay. I toughened up a good bit since the last time. I just heard a voice from a giant enemy structure up ahead. What did she say? Basically, stay away. Hehe. What do you say, acting commander? Shall we give up then? Not on your life. That's my fault. Incidentally, the voice was only the beginning. We also got a ton of enemies, including some that was kinda like torpedoes headed straight for us. I don't think Automa's defense will be able to handle them. No, can we fend them off ourselves? Oh please, who do you think we are? This will be the perfect little warm-up right before the big show. Oh yes, I was getting tired of only throwing torpedoes around anyway, so I'll be glad to take this opportunity to show what my blade can do in close quarter combat. I guess I don't mind getting a little hot. I can literally hear Goofy's voice. She's calling to me. She wants to save me, I can tell. And if she wants to save me, I'm sure everyone else does too, Master Friend Nemo. But they can't. I'm too dangerous. I'm a walking contradiction. They wouldn't recognize me now. I don't have any right to be with them. Who am I again? I'm Vincent Van Gogh. I am Van Gogh, the servant with the starry night. That's why I have to die. I can't die because I'm Plighty. Even so, I'm still Van Gogh. Even so, who am I? An exception has occurred. Core conscious reboot complete. I'm Bengu. I don't need to think about anything else. All I need to pull my madness beyond the stars, release me no phantasm, and deify other fortuners. Once I do, my mission will be complete. If my mind self-destructs due to overload, I can still accomplish my main objective by engaging my core consciousness like my divine form blue. I'll make you see into your paradise. That's why I was born. I see. So I do have a purpose, even as a patchwork servant. How wonderful. Even I can't accept it. Even I can't stand myself. Knowing that my life has purpose is a wonderful thing. I'm sure Van Gogh struggled to find purpose his whole life, and Clyde who was abandoned would feel the same way. So, something doesn't seem right. Stream Master feels like the enemy is just trying to attack us. That's correct, half these warheads consist of A-rank explosive, while the other half were made up of resource and healing spells. If they weren't healing us at the same time they're hitting us, we might have already be just so much flotsam. Please attack her that powerful, yikes. Captain, this has to be Guhi's doing. Right, her mind is completely split between one and half, trying to give itself over the evil gods and let her trying to get rid of her influence. If these attacks would be just let up a bit, then we'd be able to go on defensive ourselves. As a phantom seer myself, I can tell she's trying to fight this. Hang on, Captain. Maybe your voice will reach her in our ways that ours can't. Yangoofy, can you amplify my voice enough for Van Gogh to hear me? You got it, you might want to cover your ears. It's gonna be really, really loud. Just be yourself, Captain. Right, I'll be clear as a crystal jellyfish. Hello. That voice. Tell us. Recognize that voice. It's Captain New and Nellis. I repeat, tell us your name. Answer your name, the name you want to go by, whatever name that is okay. Battle for your name is also battle for your sense of self. It's not easy by any means, but only you can fight it. Because what you gain from winning is the most precious thing of all. It doesn't matter how silly your name is, or even how evil, Yuki will accept, I promise. Whatever happens, I promise Chaldea will be there for you. And of course, I, Captain Nemo, too, we won't abandon you. So don't give up, fight, do whatever it takes to win. Even if only for a brief moment, you must overcome the enemy. Once again, repeat, tell us your name. Whatever it is, Thanatos will rescue you in whatever way you need. You must not listen. I can't choose my own name? You must not listen. I can be me myself. Contradiction, failure, curse, nature, and all. And still acceptance. Stop it. If it's really okay. Stop it. For me to have Vangu's memory and Clytie's mind and body. Stop. Then, my name is... What is going on? The enemy projectiles are now 60% support resource and rising. 70%, 80. Oh, they just hit 100%. Our resource gauge is overflowing. Oh man, what a waste. Is that a response? Oh, hang on. Let me adjust their frequency. No, wait. She's adjusting on her own. Ah. Ooh. Can you hear me? I'm Clytie, and I'm Vangu. I'm Clytie Vangu. I can't give up being Vangu, and I can't deny being Clytie either. I know I'm a strange, bizarre, and creepy servant, but even so. If you say I really can't go by that name, then... I'll be happy if you save me. I certainly never seen the inside of an evil flower god before. I'll say this for Yangufe. She got an excellent taste in illusions. How's the reception on the bridge, Yuki? Looking great. Good, alright friend. Get going, be careful with that camera and watch the coordinates too since they're updated constantly. Okay, mama. No, never call me that. Here goes, ha! Now this one, yeah. Huh. Ow. Friend. Leave me now. All your efforts have been naught. No fantasy release failed, but now that I have grown, I cannot be eliminated by conventional means. And no fear, even after the conclusion of this plan, the invasion of your realm will not begin for another 1,000 years. When that time comes, you have my word that the invasion will be executed by painless or even pleasurable means of coexistence with intelligent life. It's Bangu trapped inside a wall. Thank you, friend. Don't listen to that voice. It's a dividing from that world. It's just a saying of random words to try and get us back off. Not at all. The fact that it's technically is the next best outcome of what you all could have hoped for. No. Why not? Because you're hurting Vangu. Vangu are patchwork beings, but we can still have fun together. Thank you, friend. Initial negotiation failed. A pity. Perhaps you'll be more receptive after I capture you and torture you. There. What is so unexpected? Your combat capabilities engineer proves control over your state and mind. And your vicious tendency to make the most of these traits in this small space is impressive. However, my true body is still alive and well. Do you actually believe you will be walking out here alive? Friend. Aye, can you get out? No, huh? Don't move, okay. I'm sorry. No apology, just smile. Okay, let's go. I'll carry you. Close your mouth. I'm gonna run fast. Yeah. It's no use. I told you it's no use. I need backup. Hang on. I'll have Lemidorus get you more resources. No, you won't. I cut off your communications and your escape routes. None of you are leaving here alive. Are you done for? Fran, are you still in No Phantasm? Huh, isn't that bad? Yeah, don't worry, this is a different one. A whole other No Phantasm being used in the Spirit Origin. But I'll need a whole minute to paint it. Please buy me some time, Fran. I got it. Stop that. Nuh-uh. Vanguard's entrance, hope and despair, the shattered, abandoned remnants of dreams. I'm still going to paint this, or my name isn't Clyde Vangu. Here in this sunlit room, exterior yellow and interior white, I must paint a picture of hope, both for myself and my friends. Within these warm walls, which keeps the mystical gusts at bay in this land devoid of shadows, I will shake your hand with the best of wish for a delicate friendship. Let there be a street towards the yellow house, where my friends and I can live in peace. Hit the JP-rKyECtnz. Oh. Vangu once managed to reach another power from beyond. This is it. Protection blessing for my friend. Destruction disaster for my enemies. This will help me break us out of here. Okay, I need this now. Charging complete. Big electric sure hit. Shocking kaboom. Screw plasma blade. This can't be. It's about time you showed up first. First communication go dead, then after effects from your observed No Phantasm make my legs tingle. What are we doing in there? Sorry, we managed. You two do know you've been cursed, right? Like a lot. I'm sorry, it's a side effect of my No Phantasm. Let's go back before we die. Look, if it's not one thing you two, it's another. Bridge, I've got Vangu and friend. We're getting out of here. Reiko, you're up. Oh yeah, it's been a very long time since I had this much energy at my disposal, both magical and otherwise. And now at last, I no longer have to worry about keeping silent. So I'll be glad I channel every last drop of my devotions to ridding the world of evil into this attack and shout it loud and proud with every fiber of my being. The Vajra Gozo Tenno, reincarnation of Goddess Indra, the lance of divinity made from sacred bones. Come forth and annihilate all evil, Vajra of Indra. This is Yankee. I just heard some rending sound. The enemy structure is collapsing from the inside. I said too, we did it, proggers. By the way, Lambda, could you maybe get me the heck out of here? Yeah, quick, I'm about to lose my footing here, and it's triggering my PTSD. Don't you know that scaring Princess is one of my highest priorities? I've already sent a collection team your way, so just sit tight. Oh, and Bridge, just for this record, both Vangu and Friend are safe and sound. Thank goodness. This match, we did it, senpai. We really did it. We sure did. Mission complete, everyone. Great work, Demo series. Prepare to withdraw. Earthlings. I appear to have snatched defeat the jaws of victories with my lack of foresight. And you in turn have refused your chance at second best outcomes you could have hoped for. A peaceful and gentle annihilation. A pity goodbye. Well, that was unsettling. God always resort to threats when things don't go their way. That's why humans are forced to worship them, whether they actually like them or not. But it doesn't matter what they say, it's up to the humanity to sail seas and hope and guide our ships towards it. Don't you agree, Shangyu? Affirmative. I knew you would. Alright, let's get ready to welcome everyone back on board. Imagine Scramble is complete and without a single casualty. And it's all thanks to all of you, crew and passengers alike. In fact, I'd like to say you're all part of Nautilus crew now. I only wish I could have been a better leader. I was a complete failure as a captain from start to finish. But that's not true. Master's right, you were so cool when you called out to me back there. Even just remembering it makes me smile. It's true, nobody here is at all disappointed in your performance as captain. Now you're just embarrassing me, still I do feel like I learned and grew a lot on this voyage, despite being a servant. So once again, thank you all of you. So how are we going to get out of this place? As a matter of fact, Vangu and I have already discussed that. By the way, if it's alright as I call you Vangu, we prefer Clytie. Vangu is fine, I still have Vincent Vangu's talent and can paint the same paintings as he did, so I think it suits me fine. I might still end up going through the occasional identity crisis in the future. But in general, I'm looking forward to being a Greek girl who used Vangu as a sideman. A sideman, huh? I'm all for it. Go ahead and call yourself whatever you like. See, once we get back to Chaldea, how do you like to collaborate? Well, that's amazing. Although Vangu, part of me feels like I'm supposed to criticize you incessantly until you get sick of me. Hey, just cause you got Vangu's memories don't mean you gotta do everything he did. Oh man, two art legends working together before my very eyes. Sugoi incredible. I never have happier to be a her spirit though. I'm also terrible for what this means for next year's Servant Fest. This is delightfully heartwarming, but it's also taken us quite a ways track now. You're right, sorry about that. Okay, let me explain. This final area has a lot of resources just flowing around from the wreckage of my giant spirit body. So we combine those resources with the surplus we already have on the ship. Thanatos can transform them into pure magical energy and make them into a holy grail. Really, is that even possible? Luckily there's no such much magical energy here that I can easily meet the condition to make a holy grail by just altering void space a little. Once we have the holy grail, we can use it to restore the void space back to how it was used to be, no problem. We can even give new protections that will make it harder to be invaded again. After that, the Nautilus can easily be emerged from its zero sail, and Chaldea can collect the rest of the Holy Grail. And just like that, everyone's happy. There you have it. That should be work, right, Professor? The idea of using powerful artifact like the Holy Grail as casually as other items is pretty humbling, but it does definitely seem possible. If you like, I could do it right now. That easy, huh? Okay then, here goes. Maybe you could all talk about something else while I do this. It'd be kind of awkward otherwise. So the Marines are basically just the autonomous familiars, huh now, huh? Yeah, thanks to a certain tomboy servant messing with them. Can't have them revolting on us again, can we? Haha, sorry about that. Wait, hold on a second. I don't remember doing anything to mess them up. I hate to say it, but I think this goes to show how much weaker we Neos were deep down than we realized. I don't buy that. We have scrutinized ourselves intensely to split up like this in the first place after all. I think it has to be a bug in the memory partition process. I don't know, Captain. Can be kind of imbecile sometimes. What do you think, Baker? Gosh, I don't know. It's hard to say. Eesh, can't pick a side, huh? Hey, friend. Huh? What happens after we got cut off? Oh, thank you, using no phantasm. It was all in the room and dun dun kaboom. Vangu's second no phantasm. Huh, sounds awesome. Yes, I would like to see what kind of picture it was too. Or maybe it was the Protange, the one she used back when she saved her lives in the first time. Huh, the Protange? Oh, oops, sorry for distracting you. Oh yes, talking should be fine. Anyways, I actually can't use that no phantasm. Huh? Also, Ramsey's mentally stable when I painted that picture, so those on the other side were never really interested in it. As Collective Vangu, the only no phantasms I have are Dystopia and Habriiel. I can still paint the pictures though, but why did we start talking about Tengai anyway? Well, anyway, while we were talking, I just about finished the Holy Grail. Well, that was really quick and easy. As it happens, I actually do remember what happened when Vangu used her no phantasm. Huh? Did you just attack Yangufi? So you tried to end me in a single blow, huh? Hegemon King. Too bad it didn't work. Even your instantly sharp blade couldn't cut me off from the chaos of the stars. Curse you, ruin of nations. Master, I'm afraid the rest is up to you. Shang Yu? Lady Yangufi, what are you doing? Thanks for the Holy Grail, Gui. I'll be taking this now, okay? Stop. It burns. I don't want to hurt you. I don't have to. We're both fortuners, and besides, I like you, so just stay back. What's the meaning of this, Yangufi? Stop, put down the Holy Grail right now. What you said, otherwise I'll fill you full of holes. You'll be emptier than the void sea. Come on, Yuki, cut it out. Tell me this is some kind of victory prank. I'm afraid it's nothing like that, baddie. In fact, it might be an especially bad ending for you. Don't you ignore me. Don't worry, Master, I put an end to this. Good. I know it might not look like it, but I'm actually a pretty hard worker. And I've been working extra hard studying your weakness to make sure none of you could stop me here, so I don't think anything you would try will work. Now let's try this again, Master. I'm going to neutralize you now, okay? Just kidding. Burned them all. What are you doing, Marine? Get away from me. Quit it. Let go of me, Yamade. Hey, watch where you're grabbing me. I'm a star. You, huh? I can't liquefy my body. Hey, Big here, not you too. What's going wrong with her, Professor? I don't know, she and the Marines are completely out of control. Captain, I think it's time to use your root level 40. That's not working either. What do you do, Yangufi? I gave you out little gifts. I made sure all my bases were covered while waited for all you to let your guard down. So now that's the final stage. I'm possibly overflowing with electric power. I decided I was finally to make my move. What kind of power did you use? Say you had. Eldritch, of course. Can't you feel it all around me? Now you're being ridiculous. Oh no. Oh, but I'm not. I'm very serious. Eldritch power is incredible evil power that comes straight from the outer universe. It's often tied directly to madness, and it's used by the evil gods to bring great disaster upon you all. Say for example, making the summoning assassin bug out and connect directly to the throne. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I don't sound very serious right now, do I? Let me fix that. Good day to you all. Once again, crew of the Nautilus. To bear you no ill will. I'm afraid my ultimate goals in your continued existence are mutually exclusive. So I must be your enemy now. This is all my fault. If I hadn't used Destructive Nugget, then Yangufi would never have allied with an evil god. Oh no, Lady Vangu, touching though your concern is definitely inaccurate. Does that mean you've been betraying us from the very start? Obviously, I too am a fortuner who had heard the call and came here through the throne. Deeper, further. That can't be right. The evil god was haunting me only had called out the gods from the Semi Alliance. I know we reached a Hokusai, but none of the others made such much as a peep. Yes, that's true, but fortunately, my beloved Emperor has more than necessary connections to vacate a seat for me. And since that cursed being seems to be none other wiser this time, my beloved Emperor ordered me to take advantage of this vacant seat to let my hair down, so to speak. So I made my way to the throne and answered the summon just as planned it. Isn't that right, Emperor? Huh, Master? I swear, Emperor, you played it so cool, you had me worried a bit at times. Still, even knowing you were just playing around, it has been a thrill of a lifetime to follow your orders. At any rate, I now have the Holy Grail just as we planned it. What would you like me have me do with it, my beloved Emperor? Yes, I see. So you wish the festivals to continue for even more vigorous dancing than ever before. Senpai, what are you saying? I can't say anything. Don't listen, Mash. She's mad. What? Now I see. In her dilemma, she's completely giving in to the voice in her head. You're the one to talk, Yuki. Just say the word and I'll kill her right here now. Wait, stop. Come on. You. Stop out of it. This doesn't make sense. I could have sworn you were telling the truth when you made your summoning pledge. Oh, as I recall, I said something along these lines. I'm aware that I am too am defender of humanity, and I also have a desire for revenge. And of course, since my beloved emperor has no desire to see humanity destroyed, I will gladly ignore the temptations of the other gods to devote myself wholly to him. To that end, I am even prepared to be bound with a command spell. However, Emperor, if you wish to depart or destruction, I would not hesitate to enact your will. Now tell me, my beloved Emperor, what is your command? Depart. Senpai? There are no more cursed dolls. I can talk again. Yes, yes, yes. Your wish is my command, my beloved Emperor. Forget what I just said, just forget it. Holy Grail, my Emperor desires beverage festivals, a banquet of departing and destruction. I therefore summon the dark dancers of the stars, the foul foreigners who have long lurking at the edge of the abyss. How did her summoning system just activated by itself? What? Huh? Where did I just get summoned? Oh, Master, if you're here, does that mean I'm on the null list? What's this? It seems mysterious Hurricane XX has been picked up the scent of a hidden extra mission. Overtime pay, here I come. I could have sworn I summoned a third servant as well, but the maidens scattered here will suffice. Now allow me to infuse you with eldritch power. Well, what kind of craziness have I gotten myself into now? Yeah, not me too. Ah! I'm sorry, Master. I really am a bad girl. Last night drawings was enough, not nearly enough. Hehehe. Whatever am I going to do now? Now that I'm a bad girl, I think I will take out all my frustration of being left home alone on you. Master, I've only been pretending to be dependent on your handouts. The truth is I've been squirreling money away. I've been studying hard between missions and making solid, boring investments in space stocks, space finance, and space cryptocurrency. Also that I can eventually make my way out of this seemingly endless hell of working for spacemen and enjoy something like retirement in my old age. I ask you, are you my fiancé? If you're not, then you have no right to mess with my sidekicks. So you know, sorry about this, Master. Once I saw Oe kicking up a storm, I couldn't help but want to get in on the action myself. I want to take all my ink and dump it into the void sea, then paint my heart's content. You can give me that much, right? Behold, Emperor, the dancer you requested are here and ready. All the elements of evil you can ask for, the spine-tingling charms of the inner palace right before your eyes. Now we will hold a festival in Scramble madness. We will sing, dance, shoot, kill, and fight the control of the void sea. The winner will earn the right to rule over the next era on Earth. That's right, the great Fortuner Festival Void Sea Scramble you asked for is finally about to begin. Are you listening? I never asked for this. It's not that she never was listening to you in the first place. We just never noticed she's so damn smart. On the surface, she pretended to help us, but on the inside, she's as sane and considerate as Kyohime and Reiko. That's uncalled for. I'm just a little more muttery in my utter spirit origin, that is all. It looks like you here spirits are seeing something, but I'm afraid I won't have no idea what it is. Now come, dancers, claim your territories, paint the sea with your preferred colors and partake in territory warfare while we wait for our Emperor to grace us with his presence. The winner shall take all, bow for the seas and the Emperor. Now let's begin our way. Speeches. A gate. Frozen place. You're not going with them yet, Engu? I'm sorry, that kind of party isn't really my thing. Are you still saying Vangu, even though you're in your final form? Yes, though now I feel a little left out. But how? The old rich powers clearly made all the others lose their mind. I really don't like forming hypotheses about such bizarre power, but maybe when we physically defeated her evil god's terminal and cut off her link, her eldritch powers targeting her didn't take root. Look, I just threw away the Nemo series dolls. What were we just doing now? And my head hurts. Maybe my oven has a gas leak. Geez, you got one of these cells too bigger? No wonder you were acting so weird. So we were infected with mental corruption. We somehow couldn't notice even with our memory partition. This outrage power is truly frightening. So I know things are kind of weird right now, but this is existential crisis for humanity, right? I'm not just imagining things, am I? It definitely is. It looks like we will need to begin the second operation, Acting Commander. And the unfortunate friend has already shown us a path to victory. All we need to do is remove terminals, feeding the fortunate outrage power from the outer gods, and it should quell to rampage. Once they have come to their senses, even if only for a moment, we should then be able to restrain them. Thanks for breaking it down, goddess. Not scared anymore then? Never mention that again. Now thank you, let me ask you this. Can you still do distract or not? Why did you ask? That node can transfer Fortuner's spirit origin, can it not? Then could you not use a distractor outer god terminals from the Fortuner, thereby severing your link? Of course, if that degree control is beyond your ability, then it would be far too risky to attempt. I'll do it. I know I can do it. Now that I'm free of that evil god's tentacles, I'll do whatever it takes to be more helpful, master. Besides, if we can bring everyone back, that would be awesome. I always wanted to be the MVP. You're so cute, Goi. Looks like Vangu's staying behind maybe silver lining we needed, senpai. I guess that leaves one big question. I'm pretty sure the Chaldea Fortuners will be okay once we knock the crazy out of them. But what about Yu? It seems like her man is ran pretty deep. We should kill her. I agree, but... Sorry, but no. I knew it. You're so kind, master. Almost too fault. So it isn't over yet, huh? Oh, fine. Just be warned that I'm still using the pool for at least 3 days straight once we get back to Chaldea. Excuse me. Who's there? It seems in all the commotions I was summoned along with the others. I tried to announce my presence, though it fell on deaf ears amidst these fortuners' ominous raving. Not one of you acknowledged my presence. Hehe. Would it be alright if I cried it for a bit, master? I'm sorry for overlooking you. That does nothing to make me feel better, sniff. We know you're insolent fools who should be begging forgiveness for failing to notice my impure presence. I should carve my crest into your hides for this. Hang on. I think this be what we need to get us out of this new outrage nightmare, Acting Commander. Wu Zaytin is from the Tang Dynasty, China, and she's the grandmother of the Emperor Shangzong, the same emperor Yang Gufi calls her the beloved. With that kind of connections, I think we might be able to restore Yang Gufi to her senses as well. Please help us, Night Bright. Oh, so you would atone for ignoring by thrusting me into the spotlight now. Very well, I shall forgive your transgression just this once. Go on then. Make the spotlight even brighter. That aside, it sounds as though the tentacle girl who summoned us here is the one called Yang Yuhen I've been hearing about as of late. Then that doesn't mean that the beloved emperor she speaks of is Langlogi Brat. Oh ho ho, interesting. Then it would seem the time has come to let my dark sadistic side run free once more. Come ferryman, let us set it off. At once, I shall turn these fortunate seas into an ocean of poison and blood. I could do without poison and blood part, but it sounds good apart from that. Let's get going, Yuki. We have to snap them back to sense before it's too late. My calculations that predict that Wu Zaytin will come to our aid. Now that just remains to be seen if this turns events bodes well or ill. Sorry, Changyu, I forgot. Come on, Professor and Nurse, we need to get him back up and running. Once we're done with that, I'll join the fight too. Now all of humanity is at stake. It's time for our last stand. I'll do whatever it takes to stop it. I'll even use the protection of sea that dwells within me, hand-to-hand combat. Yukitomo Kamui, Shangyu, Bangu, all of you. This will be our last, most difficult battle yet, but I know we can win together. Nemo. I'm so happy we'll get to fight together. Oh, and since Lady Yang Goofy always isn't here to project rituals we can see onto void entities anymore, I'll do my best to take her place. I'll also diffuse the rainbow-colored arch so we can perceive it safely and make the bridge a little more cheerful since we need all the mental solace we can get. After all, from here on, we'll be facing something completely different. The logical mad void world we've seen so far now is a void full of otherworldly malice and outer space madness. So I have to hide it with rainbows and curry catchers, or else we'll go mad ourselves in an instant. Oh, and you happen to notice my imperishable hostility while I'm cautious painting. Please make sure you close your eyes, okay? A mediator? Does that mean... That does not sound like divinities from the outer universe I've heard before. My impression was that there was an insurmountable gap between them and us, and one does not allow any possibility for peaceful discussions. Maybe he didn't mean their mediator. It could be something like an intermediate callus that lets them make use of God's very different magical energy. Like how an imbecile fire let us mix oil and water. Ho ho, you may call it whatever you like. To truly understand would be an act of utter insanity, and one that would require a man of countless dedications upon that. Take the planet Mars as an example. Although it is undoubtedly closer for us than the other universe, the other one paid it almost no heed whatsoever. And yet there is actually one outer universe being associated with Mars without whom I cannot help but be a little concerned. Don't stop now, man. Keep going. Well, Lady Hokusai and the divinity in are directly opposite to it. They're actually thought to be siblings. What's more, these siblings who are said to get along about as well as cat and dogs actually have a third sibling society. And it's the third youngest siblings who's thought to have some similar manner connections to Mars. To be perfectly honest, I know nothing about this youngest sibling. I do not even know about anything about their possible disposition. However, assuming these siblings call a certain dim green binary star homes, and if my inner star is guiding light in any indication, I believe this mysterious first sibling may be planning to meditate the dispute between the disparate factions of the outer universe. True, if these outer universe gods stop fighting each other and teamed up and fight us, we'd be really screwed. But now thinking about it some more, I'm pretty sure we don't have anything to worry about. Well, why is that? Because, like you said, not even Fortuna can escape the constraints that comes with being servants. So once again encounters Yuki, they won't be able to help but fall for his charm. He faced everything from irredeemable villains and crazy berserker to demons and evil gods, and has formed contract with every one of them. Again, too, being an extraordinary hero makes you appreciate even more how incredible it is for a complete ordinary person like him to fight against impossible odds. In fact, his doing so might even be the best example of the highest humanity as a whole can strive for. So I'm pretty sure that once this meditator gets to know Yuki, they'll fall for his charms and form a contract on their own. Then turn around and convince the rest of the Fortuners' army to follow their lead. Which means this invasion attempt basically already a failure, wouldn't you agree, Caster Gales Darius? Oh ho, you certainly got me there. What a perfect hopeful conclusions, why it made my very hair's hearts stand on end. Indeed, you're correct, no matter what manner of alliance this wicked god siblings meditator attempts to form, or even if one of the evil gods from the constellation Astronus should take advantage of the meditator blind spot and attempt to cause Armageddon, our master would no doubt find a way to bring them all back peacefully, and exploit in doing so will be spoken of forevermore. This truly has been a delightful discussion. It has been as bright as bubbly as my beloved golden mead. I'm feeling inspired now. I think I shall return to my workshop and begin work on a new creation. Specifically, I think it's time I meet a new Johnny and Fortuner to go with Gil's dull rays before the new children arrive. So did we just go through that only to loop back around to we did not have actually any to do anything? Probably, but hey, at least we ought to have put the dreamer's mind at ease about Fortuners. And if that part we were meant to play in all this, then we did our job. And really, let's not forget the explosion we heard. Here is just martial guilds being delusional as ever. Bonsu, nice night, huh? I'll speak of Fortuner. What is it, Voyager? You sound like you were talking about something fun. Was it outer space? Yes, that's right. We were discussing the bottom of a universe that was also unfillable abyss. Well, we should treat Marshall Gill's explosion as a delusion, that is. It is merely a matter of camera angles. The fact is, we learned a lot from what he had to say. After all, while he said certainly fantastical, it's by no means impossible. There very well could be another universe of that kind, he posted. The universe is big. I'm sure we don't know everything about it. You know, I felt like someone was calling me too. Someone from distant star far, far away. There you are. What do you think you're doing here, Voyager? Do you really have any idea how worried I was after you just suddenly floated away like that? Do you want to go near Point Nemo to Eris? To Rainbow Sea and the God's Banquet? The God's Banquet. I don't know what kind of signals you've been picking up, but knock it off. Now come on, we need to go back and finish our Toko Ramen cooking battle. Sorry Voyager was bothering you, Xiang, good night. I want to go to the Great Forager Festival too. Wait, Eris. Oh hell no, we both know you're tired anyway. Besides, you're just an honor Forager, right? In any case, there's something inappropriate. I mean, I have really bad feeling about this. Maybe it's a bad sign for that Forager like Voyager who's in our reform. Our world is also being influenced by whatever is going on here. Oh well, since there's nothing I can do, I think I can just hope that Captain is enjoying himself and go have some dream of my own. It wasn't easy, but we made it. I'm looking forward to seeing what she's like as an artist when she grows up. Unfortunately, madness born from innocence might be the hardest kind of deal with. You may want to steel yourself, Master. Thank you. Remember how friend brought a camera along too so that Yuki can give the servants orders while they're out in the field. I'd like you to carry this camera this time. It is so much responsibility. I hope I can count on your support out there, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, Master. I'm sorry, have we met? This is Bangu. Ah, I see. You can't survive in the Void Sea, so you brought in a new Fortuner to help. So she's another painter like Hokusai. You know, when Hokusai came to invade here earlier, she took one around and said it had character and left. She's a really talented painter, so she must have thought my drawings were terrible. You think so too, don't you? You're probably laughing at me on the inside right now, aren't you? Thanks for making this even harder for us, Toto-sama. Not at all, this is what everyone's pictures looked like when they were first start drawing, even mine. If anything, I bet if you're really drawing so much now, you're bound to be a much better painter than me when you grow up. Do you really mean it? I do, I really do. I know you're laughing at me, wow. I wasn't, I was just getting nervous around new people. Just forget it, I'm tired of drawing. And I don't even care about turf war anymore. Now tell me, Master, do you want to make up for leaving me behind? Of course you do, you're really kind, Master. Then you can make it up by taking me on a picnic. Just the two of us. We'll go somewhere far away, where we don't have to worry about other factions, or painters, or anybody else at all. Why don't we save that for when you're a little older? So I need to be older? Fine. Then I'll just get in advance on a more appropriate form. What do you think of this outfit? I pulled it off someone traveling between space and time continents. It does make my chest kind of itchy, but I'm sure that's just my imagination. Self-hatred, dark past, none of that matters now. Come on, Master of mine, let's go to the abyss. Together, there's a whole entire hell of forbidden dreams just waiting for us. This is bad. Lady Abigail Williams. I'm sorry, but I have to disarm you now. Agui. Oh, priest water, oh no, noble wind. You honor us with your presence. Through the great flowering form, Mars, you're transformed into a droplet of madness. Now let's start guys you eternal slumber. What good? This not. Yeah? Huh? What and where was I doing? I can't remember for the life of mine. Oh, hell, master. There we go. Teary eyes. I'm so sorry, master. You must hate me now. Why is that? Because I'm such a bad girl. I wanted to be good. I really did, but I just can't get rid of my own selfishness. I've gotten used to life at Kadia, but it's still almost all grown up there. So I get lonely and it will end up leaning on you. Part of me even happy to see Scramble help me. So when Yang Goofy encouraged me to act on these feelings, they came bubbling up stronger than ever, and I enjoy being bad. I really am a witch. I have no right to stay by your side, master. What? That's not true at all. Well, plainly speaking, I think many of the evil Alliance servants tend to be very aware when they're engaging in evil acts. As a result, they also tend to regret the crimes they committed in life and strive to be better people as hero spirits. I also think the kind of evil you're talking about is something everyone has inside them, Abby. So the fact that you're aware of it and trying to control it is a wonderful thing in my book. Especially when you consider that many of the good Alliance servants are completely unaware that they sometimes behave monstrous ways. Like say a certain Angel of Chimera. Do you mean it, master? Can I really stay at Yukadia? It's more than okay, I guess. Oh my, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, master, and thank you, all of you. I'm happy. It's what I'm like on the inside. So if you don't mind, I'd love to if we could be fortunate friends. Oh my. I love that. I always want a friend who's closer to my age. I think we'll get along great. Thank you, Vengu. Can I call you Gui too? Hey master, can you believe it? This is my little corner of the sea is amazing. I have void affiliates, void paywalls, void video hacks, void pyramid schemes. And best of all, I can make as many void customers as I want, so theoretically I can also make all the void money I want. I've been working on an established void fund to invest in void agriculture and void cruise ships. I'm a full-fledged void tycoon now. All double X. I know everything I'm doing here is empty and meaningless as a void I'm doing it in. But really, what's labor anyway? What is money? Really, when you get down to it, it's all meaningless. Kadia treated me well enough, but maybe that's life was as empty too. Back when I was a heroine, in their servant dress, I used to think everything shone so bright. Was it all just in my head? If I'm empty and my life is going to be empty, then I'll just be embraced emptiness so swells up in the vortex that swallows up everything. Okay, here I come. I'm going to bring out my invisible air, a skill I mastered a long time ago. Looks like she's stronger than I thought, but I'll do my best to fight her, master. You don't think I'm jealous of that position, because I'm not at all. I might be old and past my prime, but I'm still a heroine, damn it. I'm not about to lose some newbie who just showed up out of nowhere. Death to all fortuners, but me, yeah. These turn out. What have I been doing? I must have been out of my mind. I'm sorry, master. Forgive me, everyone. Well, from furry to apologies in no time flat. I understand, Larry XX. I had a hard time making a living too. Huh? I only ever saw one single painting in my entire life. Had day jobs too, but I only managed to pay for paints and models thanks to my parents and my brother, Theo, supporting me. And even then I could only do that by skipping on food. Most days I was lucky I could afford bread or potatoes, sometimes I had to get by on nothing but coffee. Hey Master, is that sermon there actually the Vincent van Gogh? Now what am I supposed to do? There's no way I can win a misery contest with a starving modern European artist. It's not a competition. That's right, we both know the struggle of surviving in a cold and uncaring society. But would it maybe help a little to have a friend who understands? Maybe I shouldn't have been telling you guys this, but I actually lost all my outrage powers some time ago. I'm so scared from working at that one super toxic company that I can't be sure I won't succumb to despair again someday. I encourage and inspiring to let me live my best life, Vangu, and one of these days I'm gonna return the favor by helping free you of despair too. Oh, essentially I'm just a girl from Greece, so that despair is mostly borrowed memories. So nobody got hurt, and nobody needs rescuing. What in the world's going on here? Senpai, since this situation looks to be resolved, now maybe we should go hurry on to the next one? I agree with Mash, though I cannot help but wonder if not outrage what did get into you, XXX. Not sure, we don't really have anything like an outer universe back in the Serververse. Isn't it obvious? It was a great evil god you know as capitalism. About time you lot showed up, enjoying your little excursion fruit of the Void Sea Master. You're the one to talk to Oda-sama. I ain't kidding around. These mountains, rivers, and gorges were nothing compared to what's up ahead. Excuse me, Hokusai, but before we get started, I have to ask you something. Your father's job and bond skill should have been restored when you lost to us in the forfeit area. So why did you answer young Goofy's call? Are you still linked into the outer universe even now? Nah, my soul's pretty much left my body back when that alter ego knocked me senseless. I don't know nothing about Eldritch or Dideber Bakshi, whatever it's called. All I did was force switch over to my spirit origin. So what happened here was Oi and me had a little talk and I told her, after all that painting you got to do, it's only fair that I get a turn too. You can't expect your old man to sit out while you have all the fun, right? And being the good girl she is, she agreed to let me borrow her spirit origin for a while. I don't know what I did to deserve her, but damn, if she don't know what makes her painter tick. A lot of painters would have reluctant to let their old men to have this artist paradise all to themselves, but not her. Anyway, there you have it, Master. I got a lot of painting to do. I'd like you to be here for it. I guess bonds can be too strong. It looks like Katsuga Hokusai isn't beholden to any outrage power. He just wants to test his skills against ours. This might be a perfect chance to show off your own painting band skill, Vangu. I thought so too. I can feel Vangu's memories and talent surging in my mind. They're practically itching to compete in this contest. Okay, Hokusai, let's do this. Oh yeah, you're always welcome in my studio, both as a rebel and a model. Now that was a good round of painting. Thanks for indulging me, Vangu, Master. I'm good now. I hand this spirit origin back to Oi. I'm kind of stuck like this, mind using her noble phantom to nudge her back to her for me? Not at all, this turn not. Sorry about that, guess Soto-sama no. Both of us really made a whole heap of trouble for you guys, huh? Just between us, I didn't mind at all. For me, this was fun for a dream come true. Oh yeah, well that's good to hear. That sounds like a problem on its own right, but since no one was hurt, and it looks like this won't happen again, I think I'll follow Yuki's lead and let it slide. Thanks for being understanding, Captain. Sayako-san, would you like to come by my room later? I still want to talk about art. Gosh, I don't know, should I? Master, got any battles left to fight? We do? I think we better do that first, huh? Welcome to my otherworldly inner palace, my beloved Emperor. I must say, I never expected you to defeat the other dancers. Make your way straight to me quickly. You have made me very happy. I fear the sheer bliss may drive me to the delirium. Lady Yangufe. I don't think she sees me. She's just looking at Master through a camera. Sorry, Machan, but can you let me have a turn? I promise I'll be real quick. You, it's me, Batty. Do you not recognize me? Or were you only using bare minimum of your madness and hence mine to act like we were friends? Oh god, that's totally what it was, wasn't it? I'm such a baka. I should have known I could never be friends with a genuine princess like you. But as depressing as I realized our whole Nakama thing was a sham, there's still one thing I know for spending all that time with you. The way you smile whenever we ate lychees, or when we were playing with the marines. I'm positive that was the real you. So even they might be a little broken. There's no way Machan will let any servant with redeeming qualities like that get away. And of course, that goes for me too. Okay, that's all I have to say. Get her, Machan. I just wanted to show you care, Batty. What are you talking about? I don't understand. After all, my beloved Emperor was sealed away in the far reaches of poor Mahat. No wait, was he put into rest in the Tailing Muslim, huh? Ah, there you are. Damn, just when I thought we might have gone through to her. Oh, Emperor, my beloved Emperor, please don't leave me again. All I want is to stay by your side until the flame of my life goes out. What's that? I must be terribly cramped in this tiny body? Why yes, that is why I created Hellfire from your favorite star while I waited your arrival. Now you use this frail vessel to kindle flames on the 7th night on the 7th month, just like in the palace internal life. I want to be lovebirds in sky, and wind branches on the earth, and to never again be separated from one another. I will become one with the Emperor. Now to make that dream come true, I shall become a living flame to consume this world and other worlds beyond the stars. Emperor Indek, the Tao's nun, Penlai Yang Taizan declares. Uh-oh, her nerve is about to engulf the entire sea. Can you do this, Bengu? Of course. Lady Yangufe, you recognized me as one of your class. You said you didn't want to hurt me, that you even liked me. I can't imagine it was all an act. But even if it was, I still need to pay you back for your kindness. That's what it means to be human, right? This is neither me nor Nemo, nor Master or your Emperor. I'm going to show you what it's like to have your proposal met with no nimmer. Why? Tell me, Emperor, tell me, why do you refuse my flame? Because I'm not your Emperor. Yes, here it comes, the Stronach. Oh no, I was afraid of this. What's wrong, Mangu? Now I know why something fell off when I used my new offensive on Lady Yangu before. I just ran a deep scan on the other Fortuner Spirit Origin, and almost 90% of its capacity occupied by the Evil God's terminal. 90%. Yes, so we tried to tear the two apart. Her Spirit Origin won't survive. According to my database, in life, Yang Yuhan had no inclination for madness that would make her an attractive target for an outer universe deity. However, we cannot ignore the fact that Isol says her body went missing after her death. As this took place in the past, I cannot use my precognitive abilities to say for certain, but to speculate what may have happened. I would guess that an outer universe faction caught wind on her keen and devote her love for her Emperor, used her body as a base upon which to build the hero spirits we see now. As a result, most of us, or Spirit Origin, splendid with reverence for the outer universe despite having no connection to it in her lifetime. It's truly a tragedy. All Yang ever wanted was to make Baiju Pum a reality. So these evil gods have been using her, toying with her for all their twisted ends. That's just like what they did to me, Lady Yangufe. Why? Why do you look so sad, my beloved Emperor? Oh, I want to serve you faithfully. It seems my spirit body has met its end. Does that mean you longer have need of me? As much as it would pay me. If you wish for me to disappear, then so be it. No, don't. Huh? Lightning deployment team here. Do you read me, Yangu? With some help of Nemoners, we created a torpedo loaded with liberation similar to what we did in our final battle against you. I just fired it. Oh, I'm also told it's included binding spell. Yangu should no longer be able to move. Cool, what is this? So she's still trying to fight back. That impudence. What are you resolutely waiting for? Off you go, hurry along. Oh, shut up, we're here now, aren't we? Alright, you two get out going. Hi-ho, Vangu. I've come to Fram, wait. What about your swimsuit, Lady Wuzetin? Don't worry, she got into steer. My kinetics got talk Scotty to hurry and fashion me an appropriate outfit, but she said she did not have time. So instead I had to slap one of these. Void chip was directed into my spirit origin and it worked. But my spirit form is all messed up, so I'm in no shape to aid in battle. That sounds so amazing, I mean painful. Why did you go to such lengths, Lady Wu? Lady Wu, how uncouth. You may address me to either as your Impure Highness or Night Bright. As for why I went such length, well, it was only right that I snuff out the fire that came from my country, no? At any rate, you there, Yang Yuhan. You may do so while knocking your knees together if you wish, but you will listen to me. I'm Wu Zaytin, also known as Holy Empress. Zaytin, I am your grandmother-in-law. Do not even think of claiming you haven't heard of me. I must say it's quite an odd twist of fate that we should meet in a strange and fortunate land like this, 1,000 years after her death, but never mind that now. Tough to say, I know all about how my Zhou dynasty was rolled back in favor of Tang, only for the entire nation to be thrown into chaos because he chose you for his consort, your temptress. Oh yes, I have quite the bone to pick with both you and your beloved emperor. Perhaps I'll make you pay for your crimes with one of my wine barrel executions. Eee? Well, at least she's responding. Lady Nightbright, me befriending her isn't the best way to go there. Lady Nightbright, that does not sound right either. No matter, Vangu wasn't. Let me hear no fantasism for a moment. Huh, is that even possible? Goddess here ordinary, it would not be. But thanks to the back door in the void chip, we can indeed link your and root Zaytin's spirit origin now. But we only just met, and that sounds so intimate. What in the world are you talking about? Just a purely tactical collaboration, nothing more. But won't connecting to a fortunate spirit origin drive you mad? That is where this electric girls comes in. Trust me, I have a thought of everything. I'm a monster, I can handle fear and madness. There you have it, we will connect both of you in tandem, with friend acting as an intermediary. Now hurry up before the binding spell fades. But are you going to do something mean to her? Enough, I wanted to believe me, but Master was dead set against it. Worry not. Live with enough I enact it. I do have a peaceful plan in mind. Got it. Connecting. Yeah, what happened? To the spirit origin. I knew this would be difficult. But it is far more painful than expected and laggy. Can you stabilize the connection speed? Well, no matter, I suppose this was suffice. Alright, here goes. Shingi. Disconnecting. Phew, there we go. Nailed it. First try, just another example of how amazing and trained I am. Alright, Vangu, you can take her into custody. Lady Yangufe. What did you do to her? Oh, nothing really. I merely outfitted her spirit origin primary spiritrons with quirk-free strict and complicated operating restrictions. If destroying her is not an option, we merely bind her with rules, just the sort of solution you would expect from me. No, Master? Way to go, Nightbright. Kihihi, stop before you make me blush. As for what this Yang Yuhan girl will be like going forward. Her essence will remain unchanged. Underneath her innocent exterior, she will continue to think of nothing but her beloved emperor. No doubt, she would still wish to marry said emperor, but worry not. One of these restrictions I place on her requires her to grow to a point where she is ready for marriage. She may not be diligent as me, but she is enough of a hard worker that she should learn how to control herself in order to achieve that growth. And if Master, you were to take advantage of this opportunity to help her truly grow as a person, so that she becomes the person she merely behaves like, perhaps in time you may even be able to completely remove the terminal connecting her to this outer universe. So I suggest you think of her as a newborn babe, even more than the 3 stars of Kyodai Prize Lava Swimming Team, and raise her accordingly with warmth and compassion. Of course, infant requires education. If you'd like, I will be willing to personally teach her how to be a proper lady. Thanks, but no thanks. Hehehe, no need to be modest. Though I must say, I never have thought let her off the hook so easily before. It seems being a servant has mellowed me even out. Thank you, Lady Nightbright. No need to thank me. All I ask in return is that you teach me the ways of Western painting. What a grand opportunity to further enhance my artistic prowess. Yes, of course, teaching an empress how to paint is like a dream job. That takes care of that. I'm tired. I'm gonna be lazy. Thank you all once again. You all done a phenomenal work. This is really the end now, right? No further objections or strange secret plots, right? Phew, okay, that sounds like a no. I think we're in the clear then. Would you do the honors, Venku? Yeah, of course. Once again, with this holy grail in my hand, I restore this place to its pre-tempered state and... There, hey, the Nautilus can emerge now. Great, okay everyone, to your position, crew. Get ready, things are about to get headed. 0 Sail disengage, all hands prepare to merge, full speed ahead. Activate paper move, initiate planet. Navigations, chart, plus minus, conversion, commencing Nautilus, docking sequence into reality boundary. Powering citizen verification, tether into reality space, setting anchor point to where I was Nova and Kyodai. Alas, we were finally get to go home, senpai, and without losing a single member of our team. Yeah. I'm so relieved. I think I'm starting to feel kind of sleepy. Me too. There you have it. This whole voyage was a dream. But it doesn't mean that was just a dream, or that nothing happened mattered. Since it was but a dream, its position may have been wonky and its relation to Kashi inconsistent. It's also a mystery how the dream come true. If it will come true, it's already come true, or if any change it might have brought about can be observed. But even so, the things you gain in this dream are sure to be of help in reality. How do I know? Because I'm here. Because you and Nemo and everyone else saved me. And I'm going to keep you all safe from the reverse side of the world. So please don't ever think your voyage was pointless. Maybe that's a little too bold of me to say. Now it's time to merge. May your awakening be as pleasant as it is comfortable. And if our pasture ever cross again one day, it'll be a nobody's sea within a rainbow dream. Alright, one last handshake. Send you on your way. Huh? My Thanatos stuck. I can't get loose. No. Full. What's the matter, Full? Full. That might be the longest dream I ever had. I have to make sure I remember what it was about. Okay, so we need swimsuit, torpedoes, and method transportation. Full. There, I wrote it all down. Full. I wonder what was someone trying to tell me. Slowly speak under the covers. Hello, Master. I'm sorry I'm kinda messed up. I guess this might be change that prophetic dream completely now, huh? Oh, well. Master, welcome to JP-rKyECtnz. Thank you, Master. On a different note, I'm so really sleepy. Okay, I'm actually sleepy too. Good night, sweet dreams, Master. Where am I? I've never seen anything so tacky. For that matter, what have I been doing? I remember interrupting something ritual, just like my beloved Emperor told me to. I met everyone from Korea, saved the GUI, got saved by GUI, became bestie with Baddie. Kept pretending to get along with everyone, but over time I actually started to enjoy myself, and I feel bad about that. Alright, I almost forgot, Emperor gave me an order. This is supposed to be the time I finally fulfill our promise for the 7th day of the 7th month. And that's quite enough of that. Nice to meet you, Yang Yu-han, and welcome to your new personal hell. It's the other side of the 9th barrier, where casually common sense and continue have all thrown out the window. So come on and make yourself uncomfy in the Moon Demon's punishment room, run by yours truly, everyone's favorite final evil boss Kohai. What's going on here? I don't think I've ever been more confused or revolted in my life. This is our first time meeting, right? Of course it better be, since I resisted on going this no business trip, so I have a solid alibi. Would you like to know what it is you're feeling right now? It's aversion to people remind you of you. We're both chaotic, friendly to a fault, and belong to an extra class. And if it wasn't enough, we're both the kind of truly rotten types that ends up as final boss, which I guess true in any lovely young lady. Anyway, we're competing for the exact same position. There's no way a Kohai heroine like me and a childhood friend like you could ever get along. Come on, that's not fair at all. In general, I'm all about being philanthropic and agreeable, you know? But only as long as your precious emperor permits it, right? You I can't help but appeal. A more code full of holes, but you could drive a truck through them, but whatever, it is fine. By the way, Yang Yufei, how's your mind right now? Thinking relatively clearly, I'm guessing. Now you mention it, I think I am. Why? Did you do something to me? I sure did. Honestly, it's wonderful. Your spirit origin held together at all time. Thanks to how freely the outer universe had it hooks on in you. So I took all of them out and only left your public persona behind. I do love me some good old-fashioned Moon Holy Grail cheap power. You did what? How could you? What about my link to my beloved emperor? Sadly, my Korea-senpai. Sensibility precludes any hope of fixing your creepiness through surgical means. Oh, but don't worry, I'll still make sure to fix you back up properly later. This is special temporary treatment, just a little preempt measure to pay for my real punishment. You keep mentioning punishment, but I don't recall doing anything to deserve it. Oh, playing dumb now, are we? Sorry, no dice. I know you were clear-headed enough to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. What you tried to do was a crime against all of humanity and proper human history. That's right. What you attempt in the name of your precious emperor was staggeringly evil. Oop. And now it's time for your punishment, a comprehensive review of your failed scheme. Oh yes. It's what every criminal mastermind fears more than anything. We're going to go over every last one of your failures in excruciating detail. No, anything but that. I'll die from sheer embarrassment and regret. Can't Grandma Zayton just torture me instead? Well, you have absolutely no right to refuse. This is still a family show, so I think I'll just subject you to typical torture until you give in. Ah ha 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 ha. Stop it, I'll talk. First of all, my fortune spirit origin was inscribed with a few directives, I guess. I had to be completely in tune with my god. And I had to stir up Eldritch power in a way that wouldn't arouse suspicion. Once I had enough Eldritch power, I'd be able to turn the tables in that god's favor. From there, I was supposed to destroy or steal or do whatever I had to in order to turn the most important things in my summoning session into an experience point. Those would eventually enable the god to grow stronger using me as a conduit until they reached a point where they could break their seal and make their comeback. That's a very, very bridge version. The Divine Empress are basically all about burning and killing everything in sight. But I couldn't really do that after I was summoned since I was still super weak. Luckily, the god I was filling in for this time was a surprisingly intelligent, cold, and calculating type. So thanks to that, I was able to excuse myself to my dear Emperor for choosing to take a more discreet approach this time. Now I see, and your next step was to integrate yourself with Senpai, huh? That's right, I can actually resist command spells to some degree as long as my Emperor commands me to, so I wasn't especially worried about those. However, the situation turned out to be much more difficult than expected. Starting with that stupid wild octopus, I couldn't have been stuck with more incompetent allies. I could tell right away that it was Guhi who called me, so I couldn't help but wish she had done a better job. Though I guess I can't be hard on her since she plans to throw out the whack when one of the alliance gods she was expecting just didn't show up. Anyway, when I arrived, the situation basically looked like this. Thank you, the favorite had failed to get the two factions to work together, so that the other god decided to go with their backup plan and have her bloom into a flower of pure madness. Her rival Hokusai just wanted to paint all day and keep her doing whatever she pleased. I guess the idea was if she painted enough, she'd eventually get to final manifestation. And then there was me, the dark horse, who snuck in the midst of all that chaos. How was I supposed to win the race with the odds stacked against me? But anyway, as much as the odds were stacked against me, I guess it was still really a freeway race. But that's not all. Regardless of who ended up winning, I couldn't afford to sink the odds until it was all over. It was the only place Guhi and I could store Eldritch power, so it had to survive at least that long. Even Lady Hokusai couldn't operate in the void space on her own, at least at first. Oh, instantly it looks like stretching her tentacles all over the void space and painted pictures, even as she was destroying logics and reasons left. Ready to talk about mad artists. At any rate, the things were going then, and looks like we're headed to just one big mess where nobody wins. So I decided to do something to get Nautilus back on the right track. Why did you do all that? Couldn't you just have acted like the evil god stand-in you were informed in alliance with Hokusai? No, I couldn't, for whatever reason. Guhi aberration abilities only worked on gods from the existing alliance. And since collecting Eldritch power is a zero-sum game, nothing good would have come from multiple factions vying for it. Trust me, one master and feasting on madness in the dead of night, even as they present a piece with a key during the day, is more than enough. Of course, had our divinities been a part of the same alliance, the two factions could have worked together to build up Eldritch power. But that is just rarer than rare. Like a dream team. If we could pull that off, this whole deal would have probably been over in an instant. I see. Well, I certainly sympathize with the desire to be only heroine villain in a given story. Anyway, that's why you, Vangyu, and Hokusai had separate schemes, huh? I don't know if I called it scheme per se. Fruit phenomenon that inspires terror and primal disgust. The only pure human analysis was master. Everyone else was a pretty pure spirit, right? So unfortunately, there was basically nothing you could do to drive them mad. And Gui was wrecking out her Momanas like crazy. And of course, all the servants were guarding Master, who would normally have been my best bet, very closely. Then just when things were looking hopeless, I noticed Nemo Marines. Spread across troll bodies that made the best, I hope, rumors aboard the Nautilus. I gave the crystal objects and called them protective charms, and over time I cultivate madness in them based on pity and good intentions. Surprisingly, it went pretty much the way I hoped it. Eventually they began spreading a new kind of madness around the ship, one quite different in nature from both Lady Hokusai and Guhi's. Meanwhile, the Nautilus had regained its ability to fight, and Guhi's selling point was just starting to come in sight too. Selling point as far as I can tell. Peeking in, Bangu seemed pretty damn dangerous right up to the end. Well, I could already see the light at the end of the tunnel once Master and the Captain began to show her genuine affection for her. Ah, gotcha. That's pretty meta way of looking at things, but definitely an important one. So without all that in mind, how could I go about stealing Guhi's outreach power? What's the dark horse of the story? It would make sense for me to swoop in the end, make off with everything. You know, that does make sense. Personally, I don't have any problem with those kind of devious, underhanded moves. That was when I realized something else. Well, what is it? Could it be that my master is actually my beloved emperor? Okay, back up. It sounded like you were going to scheme so magically up to the point. Why did you go crazy all of a sudden? Master formed contract with so many powerful and temperamental spirits, and he doesn't bat an eye at even the most crushing pressure. And then his incredible generosity, which is kind of like, no, exactly my beloved emperor, yes. Hey, now I get it. This must be at the heart of why you're a fortuner. The more outer-rich power you store up, the more you become able to tell who your own god really is. Don't talk about me like I'm some kind of fuzzy, I'm nothing, not loving and loyal. Hey, don't worry. There's a lot of berserkers in Chaldea who say the same thing. I'm sure you'll get along great. So once you went off the deep end, what do you do next? Once I sold a Holy Grail, I should have just converted all of its magical energy into experience points and used them to transform into a living flame. But I want to make my beloved emperor happy so much that I end up putting a grand fortune festival. I kind of hate that I know exactly the feeling you're talking about. Anyway, you thought your festivals would make your emperor happy, only for it to have the opposite effect. And in the end, Your defeat was sealed when your scary grandma-in-law gave you the werewolf frasing of your life, huh? Say, you know, think about it. Wouldn't getting to serve my beloved emperor in Korea be my greatest wish come true? Ah, great, she's off on her own road now. Alright, putting the meme or free stuff aside. Okay, see how it is now. You and I might be birds of a feather, but our plumage couldn't be much more different. You're chaotic good because one evil act spoils everything good you do, but I'm a chaotic good because I'm always pretending to be all evil while managing one good deed in the most stylish way possible. Love drives me to my scheme succeed and cause you to make your fail. Honestly, there's so much about your stance on this stuff I hate that I sooner wipe my memories than risk learning from it. Stuff I hate that I would sooner wipe my memory than risk learning from it. On the other hand, the way you fortunately went about realizing your schemes was very educational. As an AI, I tend to want to use my advanced intelligence to send players spiraling into chaos all at once. But as the evil god, I see now that a little nudge at one's mental weakness is better than taking advantage of good intentional madness is totally viable. Of course, you don't want to go so far with it that you we're into Sicilian territory, but it should work as long as you don't make it about your personal desires. Then you're sweet in the end that takes it all for self initiative, the way you handle phantom spirits. It's all coming together. I'll have to remember all this next time I put on a swimsuit. You know, it's strange. Once you said the word swimsuit, I went from hating you for reminding me of my failures to outright wanting to murder you. Huh? Does that mean you're my sworn enemy? Should I be burning you alive right now? Oopsie, I said too much. Oh well. I think we're about to end here. Now let's see about getting you back to Korea, shall we? It's like, gosh, thinking back on all this, I really screwed things up, didn't I? What's this? Is your good nature heart only now feeling the weight of your sins? Well, don't you worry, once your spirit returns back to its original state, you'll be magically besought with your precious emperor again. Then you'll forget your guilt completely. Naturally, you'll forget everything what happened here, and at the studio, almost all your void scene memories will be sealed away too. From your perspective, you'll be all set to start a brand new life at Korea under the impression that your precious emperor ordered you to go there. Enjoy. Now I feel like crying. I feel terrible how I treated Master Batty, Guhi. They all treat me like a friend, even though this personality is just a facade. But now when I go back to Cuba, I'll be so preoccupied with my beloved emperor off in the distant stars that I won't even notice them. That's terrible. I'll cut that out. This is no fun at all if you don't at least bite it, come on. So you feel bad about being mean to people you feel sorry for. I guess you really are good at heart, just like me. Huh? Yeah, I think I decided I actually like you. We should be bestie, baby. What? No way. You said yourself. The best villains are so lax. I never thought myself as a villain. And with Lady's recent restrictions stopping me from going berserk and my natural diligence, maybe I can even get stronger if I work at it. In fact, maybe I can grow strong enough to save humanity on proper human history one day, even with this facade of a personality. Well, I just got a great idea, BB. What if we both air all our dirty laundry and give in to the good side together? No freaking way, why would you even think that was a good idea? Hey, don't knock the aesthetic or obstruction until you tried. They definitely don't have leave you feeling bummed out like you do after cheating and brute forcing your way to a perfect victory. Shut up, you don't know the first thing about me. Yikes, so it is the unbridled self-esteem and order skills that earned you the nation-ruined feminine fatale reputation. Maybe I should start a little too long into your abyss. But unfortunately, that route you just suggest will never be made official. So no, you're going to start over at Kyria as a crazy fortuner and build your good karma back up. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen when you try, and I couldn't possibly care less. Good luck. Oh, it's so cute how you pretend to be evil when you get flustered. Thanks, BB. I learned a lot from you. Quit it, you're creeping me out. Don't look at me like that. That's all for today, BB Channel signing out. See you later, BB.